The first thing I'm going to do is add in some extra virgin olive oil. I need just a little bit of fat for the way that I'm doing them today, just as so that they actually can kind of incorporate all the flavors I'm adding to. So I'm adding in some paprika, a little bit of ginger, love a little ginger powder, of course, and then I'm gonna have a little bit of cinnamon. I do cinnamon on my chicken, no matter like when I'm cooking chicken. It's like the Caribbean essence of, a little cinnamon on your chicken there. This is some all-purpose season that I had here at my house that I'm filming in, my friend's house, the Airbnb. I call it Airbnb because I'm using my friend's house and I feel like I'm just taking up all his resources and just like I took over. So it's my personal Airbnb.
Cooking your way through life.
Yo, every slip's a step we run. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Cooking Your Way Through Life with me, Chef Drake. And today we are making one of my all-time favorites. If you've been following the channel, you already know that I love hot wings. But I'm in New Zealand, so they're called chicken nibbles here. So if you see them on the menu, if you order them out in your restaurant, they are chicken nibbles. Also, this restaurant here called Nandos, little restaurant that almost every single person that I know knows about. And I wanted to use their brand of hot sauce just because it's also a peri-peri sauce, which is a different way of having a hot sauce, especially in different parts of the world. Being from America, we don't really use peri-peri as much, but I wanted to use it here because I'm in Auckland. So, gonna make a peri-peri hot wing kind of dish today. And the best thing is too, I'm roasting these wings out today. So when you're roasting your wings, I know I love traditional hot wings like more than the average person. But the best thing about roasting your wings off or grilling your wings off or even smoking your wings, you actually can infuse more flavor into the wing and not just rely on the sauce. Because when you're just frying your wings, a lot of the flavor comes from the sauce, like 90% of it. But roasting, grilling, or smoking, you can actually flavor the wings, and then the sauce is like an addition, and they come together and they're very married in that way. So I'm gonna get everything into the bowl here for the wings. So these are my nibbles, aka wings. I've dried them off, and the first thing I'm gonna do is add in some extra virgin olive oil. I need just a little bit of fat for the way that I'm doing them today, just as so that they actually can kind of incorporate all the flavors I'm adding to. So I'm adding in some paprika, a little bit of ginger, love a little ginger powder, of course. And then I'm gonna have a little bit of cinnamon. I do cinnamon on my chicken, no matter like when I'm cooking chicken. It's like the Caribbean like essence of, a little cinnamon on your chicken there. This is some all-purpose season that I had here at my house that I'm filming in, my friend's house, the Airbnb. I call it Airbnb because I'm using my friend's house and I feel like I'm just taking up all his resources and just like I took over. So it's my personal Airbnb. So I have all the flavors in or seasonings in. I'm also gonna add some fresh coriander, aka cilantro, and then also some fresh garlic. So I'm gonna add all this into the bowl, mix it together, and it's gonna go into the oven. So I'm gonna get this together first, give myself some space, and then we'll add it in with the chicken. So with my garlic especially, I'm gonna mince the garlic, but I like to slice it first, give myself some bigger slices. And then I'm just going to mince it. And this is gonna be a rough chop, a rough little mince. I don't want it to be super small. I actually don't mind that they are bigger pieces. They won't be like big chunks, but I don't mind that they're not like grated. Like I'm not grating it basically or smashing it today. I really smell the garlic already activating. If you haven't already, go check out my tips and tricks on garlic, talking about Allison and talking about using fresh garlic versus jar garlic versus garlic powder. I got a little feedback on that one. I actually said it in the video though, and this is what I mean. Like I actually said it in the video. I'm gonna get people come from me because one thing is I'm a chef. I am classically trained in French cuisine. I have been all over the world. I have cooked all different types of cuisine. I teach culinary classes all over the world, and I've been cooking professionally since 2011. But science is science, and then opinion is opinion. I will always talk about the science, and like what Allison does in garlic and all those kind of things. But then flavor is opinion. You know, cooking is an art form. So I can cook my best meal. And if you just so happen not to like cilantro or also known as coriander, you won't like the meal. You know, it could be a 5-star meal. I could win $1 million for making that meal. But unfortunately, some people don't like cilantro or coriander in this case. So it does not matter how good that meal is to the other people, you won't like it. And I bring it up to say that on my channel, I do encourage you guys to please comment down below, but never feel like we're going to get into a war or a fight, because that's just not who I am. I definitely want to give you the facts and the science behind things. I'm a big proponent of why things happen. But as far as taste and flavors, and if you want to use jar garlic for the rest of your life, it is all on you, because those are your choices. It's your flavor profile. That's it. I'm using some fresh garlic and some fresh coriander. Rough chop them both. Gonna get into my bowl, and then we're gonna mix, mix, mix. You know what I forgot to add because I didn't have it set up on my station? This is why I talk about mise en place and having everything out, especially if you're doing a cooking show or, you know, anything like this. I forgot to add my salt and pepper. Now, luckily, I am a big proponent of seasoning, of course. So I was just like, something is missing. Actually, all my pepper's almost gone, but this is a pepper meal, so add some more pepper there. Anyway, got all this together. Gonna fill my pepper up after this. Mixing all of this together. And this is also where that little bit of extra virgin olive oil really comes into play. I'm going in the oven, but I'm roasting these off. And a little trick for you, I'm using a rack. This way heat can actually hit it from the top and the bottom. You ever roast off something and it gets a little soggy or not so crispy on the bottom? It's because it's just sitting on the bottom and that heat can't actually hit it the same way. So elevate it, raise it, and this way the heat can go all around it and make sure that it's everywhere. Now, these already are going to have a lot of flavor before I even get the sauce on there. Other thing too is, for my new to hot wings people, these are flats, these are drums. Flats are superior. No. I know I'm gonna get people for that too. That's also opinion. I love flats. I would definitely take flats over drums, but that's also personal preference. I know that Atlanta is trying to really push the lemon pepper wing movement right now, like being the home of lemon pepper wings. I will say, I don't know if, I mean, I guess people do eat a lot of lemon pepper wings in Atlanta, but what I do know is a lot of my friends and family are all flat people. That's all I'm saying. All right, I'm gonna get this in the oven and then we'll get the sauce together. Sauce is kind of made, but we're going to elevate it just a little bit. Just a little bit, not too much. All right, let's get it in the oven. I'll be right back. Okay, I actually have a full tips and trick video where I talk about like elevating or using sauce you buy from the store and like changing it. Because real talk, most of the time, even chefs don't want to cook everything from scratch. Sometimes you don't even have all the ingredients to cook everything from scratch. And sometimes it's cheaper to not cook everything from scratch. So this is real life, real cooking. So like I said, I'm using this sauce, but I've never used this sauce, for instance. So what I want to do is I want to get this sauce into my pot here. I don't have a small one. I would use a small one for this. And when I say elevating or changing the sauce, here's the thing. So taste your sauce. So that's gonna be my flavor for, woo, that's a little hotter than I thought. I like that. That's gonna be my flavor for my chicken. So with that, now I can say, oh, you know what? I actually want it to be a little sweeter. I want it to be a little bit more something, like spicier. Actually, I want a little bit pepper, which I do. See, added more pepper into my pepper grind. I want a little pepper there. I think the salt level is pretty good, but I'm just gonna add a tiny bit of salt for me. Once again, it is your preference. I am gonna finish it with butter because that's an old school trick. If you are fast on the gun and you need to make some hot sauce for wings, finish it with butter It's the same technique we use in French cooking where we finish things with butter to actually thicken the sauce. It's gonna give it a glossy coat. It's gonna coat everything a little bit better. You'll see at the end, but we're gonna finish with the butter. I actually really like the sauce itself. I think it's really nice. I've never had this sauce before, like I said. And it says halfway heat. It's so funny because my friend, he's not a big hot person. Like he always orders medium or mild. It's gonna be in for a treat today. So we're just gonna heat this sauce up. And then as soon as it comes up to temp, we're not cooking it, it's already cooked through. Once it comes up, like we would say simmering, for instance, we're gonna add the butter in and just finish the sauce. And that's it. And then you also can taste it again and adjust if you wanted to. My suggestion for this one, if I wanted to be a little less sweet, I would go a little honey. You'll see a lot of things like honey hot now or lemon pepper, hot honey. You would think like, oh, it must be like a trend. It is a trend. You are 100% correct. But it's also a way to add in sweetness so it balances out so much spicy. So add a little sweetness if you want to balance it out if it's a little too spicy for you. Also, you can add other things, but in this case, I'm gonna leave it pretty much how it is. Okay, so normally you'll see me do the aerial shot, and I do that with my meta glasses. And you probably maybe seen a video about that as well. But today it's not even needed because the only thing I did was I heated up the sauce. And I actually want you to see, I'm just putting in the butter. I'm just mixing the sauce together so the butter kind of melts inside. Now I mentioned there's other ways to cool down the sauce, right? If you want it to be a little less spicy. The other thing is actually adding in the butter because the butter is adding in milk solids. And when we tell you to eat when we tell you to drink something after eating something hot, so capsaicin, any pepper, anything hot, we tell you to drink milk instead of drinking water because water moves it around and it actually feels like it's getting hotter, right? Well, milk coats your palate because it has the solids and the fats in it. Well, your full fat butter has the same exact principles to it. Not only is it going to make it a little glossy, make it easy for it to really like glaze my wings, it's also going to calm it down if you need it to be calmed down. So if you want it to be a little milder, you actually can add in a little bit more butter and it's going to be a little buttery, but it's also going to kind of calm down. Not a lot. I won't kid you. It won't be a lot, but it will be enough. Now that sauce is ready to coat my wings. Now this is another thing too. You don't have to do your sauce and have it extremely hot. I can actually do this ahead of time, which I did while my wings are cooking, so that when it comes out, my sauce is already ready to go. When you go to wing places, especially if you live somewhere like Atlanta or anywhere, you notice that the wing sauce is usually already prepared and then it's ready to go and be tossed on the wings. You do want to toss them when the wings are hot. I like that because it actually like flavors and it just coats them so much better. So we're actually going to do that as soon as they come out. I don't know, I didn't count the wings. I had about a dozen wings in there and I'm cooking them on a pretty high heat. So about 400 degrees or 375, actually, yeah, 375 today. And then I bump it up to 400 at the end to get a nice little crispiness on the outside. And that's it. So just wait for our wings to come out. We're gonna toss those in the sauce and then we're ready for some wings. Maybe I'll get some garnish together. Yeah, let's do some garnish while we're waiting. Nice idea. All right, I'm just gonna do a little garnish for these wings. And of course, just gonna use some spring onions or scallions, and this is gonna be the garnish to go on top. Now I'm thinking about the final result. So I have a yellow plate. It's gonna be like an orangish sauce. So my scallions going on top will not only give me a pop of flavor, of course, but it also will give me a nice green pop. Just gonna get this all together. Now we're just waiting on the wings, which won't take long. And because I also get the question about when are wings cooked, like I talk about timing sometimes, but not even with that, I'm just gonna show you the quickest and easiest way to make sure your wings are done. So be right back. All right, my chicken is out of the oven. And I just want to talk about thermometers for just a second. So if you've been watching the series, I actually did an episode where I talk about Southern fried chicken tenders. And same thing where there's many tricks and different ways you can know when your chicken's done, when your stuff is done. But until you feel comfortable knowing those for sure, thermometer is your best way to go. I know that I can stick my thermometer into my chicken, and if I'm at 165, I'm good. So it just gives me peace of mind and everything else. I know a lot of times, especially for chefs and things, like we forget that not everybody cooks all the time. And so things that we find easy or, like so used to cooking, other people don't. So I just wanted to make sure you understood that. Do not feel like you are less than or like you're not a person that cooks a lot if you grab a thermometer. Trust me, I want you to feel comfortable at home because that means that you actually will do it more. So my chicken is done. I put it into my bowl. Have my sauce here. And pour on some of my sauce right on top of that hot chicken. Now I don't need all this sauce. I actually can save this for a little bit for something else. You know how I like to reuse stuff. But toss, toss, toss. Now this part, I will say, if you have not done this before, don't do it. Or start off very slow. I've done this a couple times, so I can definitely feel okay tossing. And I'm not trying to do it like super, super high up in the air, even though it's still a show at this point. But it's like all about pushing and pulling, pushing and pulling. Otherwise, take those tones and mix this up. But just want to make sure that everything is coated. What you don't want to happen is, you don't want to be wearing all this later on. Oh, it smells really good. Okay, let me do a little quick cleanup and then we'll plate and we're done. We're done. We're ready to taste our chicken. Okay, so got everything cleaned up. Right onto my plate here. Height is kind of my best friend when it comes to plating, so I try to get as high as possible. That's just for pictures and other things, of course. But ultimately, flavor is my number one goal because I want to make sure everything is flavored. Oops. And you have a lot of sauce left over, so you can kind of, I like to drizzle some of that sauce on there. If you were in Atlanta, you would ask for extra wet. That's what we call that. Have my scallions here. This is just because I want a little bit of garnish, inviting the people. And there you have it. We have our nice peri-peri chicken nibbles, aka your hot or mild hot wings here in Auckland, New Zealand. So just because you take me out of Georgia does not mean you take Georgia out of me. No matter where I go, I can make some hot wings with the local ingredients and I'll turn it into a dish that I like. Now, outside of that, these wings look delicious. It's my lunch for today. I hope that you've been having a great day. I hope you've been having a great time following all the different cooking videos, everything we're putting out. Really do hope you've been enjoying it. Please comment below what you've been liking, what you want to see more of. Remember, my next round of filming is coming up, and I think I'm going to be doing it in Europe. I know I'll be doing it in Europe. I don't know what country yet, but let me know what you want to see me cook in Europe. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share. I'll see you next time. Peace.
Cooking your way through life. Cooking your way through life. Cooking your way through life.
Thank you for watching today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it and maybe even learned something. You know what to do next. Please hit those like, share, and subscribe buttons below and have a great day.